I work at DuPont. I've been there for quite a few years. And I've been very much blessed to have the opportunity to be a part of JA. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about someone that I think it was Jennifer had contacted me about speaking. And I said, I think after my second glass of Merlot, I said, okay. And I said to myself, what was I thinking of? But as my topic is about those less served, I had the great opportunity to work in a juvenile facility. Do I have any ethics gurus in here? Those who have taught ethics? Okay, so we kind of know, what you should be saying, how you should be saying it, and how do you deal with teenagers, or how do you give them something? How do you make it palatable for them, but also not too over the top? These are young minds, and we want to give them that understanding without overwhelming them. So I spoke to Andrew and Jennifer about doing some work at Bon Air, the correctional facility. I had some statistics, but I'm not going to bore you with that. But just trust me when I say that we have some kids who are there for a varied amount of reasons, and they are in an institution that has bars and doors. They clang at night, and they are very much in jail. And so my concern or my thinking was, hey, if ethics is something that we can do in the high schools, and I've been to Armstrong, Huguenot, Varina, Holland Springs. I said, why we can't do it here in some of these institutions? Is that my time's up? Okay. So I was getting with some folks there and trying to coordinate this thing. Say, hey, we can do it for these kids. There are approximately 15 or 20 units there that hold maybe 12 to 14 kids. And again, the conditions are a little interesting. How am I going to go in there and talk about ethical behavior to a lot of these kids? Kids who have come from, like I said, a lot of difficult backgrounds. But I tell you the truth. I said to myself, when I decided to climb a mountain in Africa the other year and got on the side of that mountain after day 4, and I wasn't quite sure what was going on, that I was that high up in the air, and I said to myself, what am I thinking of? What was I thinking of? And I compare that to these kids at these institutions. How can JA connect with them? How can we give them something? Though they are behind bars, a lot of them are not truly prisoners. And being teenagers, they have their ups and downs. And I remember one situation in which I was talking about, we had a scenario that was, we were going through little skits about what would you do if this, if that. And there was a man who had, you guys might remember this piece, there was a man who had lost his, some money that was in an envelope. And I think about $500. And I said, what would you do? We had some kids that said, I'll give it back. They were in the minority. There were most of the kids that said, I want to keep it. But just to give you an understanding how ethics runs or behavior is, one kid said, I'm going to take it back to the police station and I'm going to tell them that somebody lost $300 and I'm going to here to return it. You get that on the way home. So his thinking was, I want to halfway do that. Yeah, 503. Okay.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so there were 77 kids that graduated from Bon Air this past year, and I'm not allowed to take some pictures. They're in the on the website, DJJ. But the truth be told, that there are so many opportunities there. The ground is right for us to participate in not just those who are on the other side, but those that are there. One of the greatest things that they've said to me that I so much appreciate is they say, "Thank you, Mr. Thornhill." And I don't think I'm doing anything really out of the way. But they said, "You spend time with us. You take time out of your day to come see us." Now, I go there every Thursday from 7 to 8, and sometimes I go to the unit again. But my plan is to go to each unit. There are about 15 or maybe 20 units at Bonaire. Each Thursday, I go there and I teach ethical behaviors. And we go through skits. And I bring in some things from my job as well. They see Kevlar, and they see Kevlar cleats, and they go, "Wow, I want a pair of those cleats," you know. But I also bring them, you know, some snacks as well. It is, to me, saying less served or non-traditional, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to say, let's think beyond where we're at. Let's get outside of the comfort zone. Because trust you me, they will be out eventually. And ethics is, I've said to them, look, if you want to work at DuPont, you're going to have to pull your pants up. Is that ethical? I don't know, but I tell you what, if you want to come there and work, you're going to have to do it. What you do outside is not my concern. We're trying to teach them behaviors, but that's a place to start, to teach them behaviors, to show them that they are important, that they are valuable, that they matter. Because a lot of those kids there, they've been thrown away. They have. So ethics is, I want to stay with the people who have been with me, my ride or die partner, my crew, my posse. And they do have some gangs up in there. But that's not to frighten you. It's only to let you know that there's a community there as well. We have communities outside and inside for protection, for comfort. And I know that the greatest, perhaps, the greatest day is when someone might say to me, "You don't know, Mr. Thornhill, what it's like to be in here, to be behind these bars, to be locked up, to be treated the way we get treated sometimes. And they're juveniles." And I say to them, yes, I do. Yes, I do. So I'm going to keep on plugging away, and thank you guys for listening. And that's all I got to say about that.